business. Sam Bankman Fried has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for his involvement in the defrauding of FTX investors. So I want to bring in our next guest here of this hour on Live Now from Fox and really help us break it all down from Axios. Javier David, managing editor. Thank you so much for joining us as always. And this is a moment for SBF. What a fall from grace. When we're just talking about a couple of years ago, everything was different for him.
Yeah, I actually, that was exactly what I was going to lead with. It's hard to overstate just how vertiginous a drop from grace this has been. He was once synonymous with crypto. He was the business world's, like, he was this young luminary. He was worth billions, at least on paper. He was an effective altruist, whatever that means. He really carefully constructed this mythology, and now all of it lies in tatters. The good news, I guess, is he faced a maximum of 110 years. The prosecution was recommending at least 40. The bad news now, of course, he's got, the very real possibility that he'll serve at least 2 decades in jail. There's an open question about whether he gets time off for good behavior, but, this is a real staggering sort of morality play. You can kind of choose your own Greek metaphor, whether it's Icarus or Narcissus. Either way, he's just now one of millions of incarcerated felons.
Yeah, absolutely. And, this seems pretty quick in the world of convictions and really sentencing when it comes to scams and frauds that we've seen in the past. You look back to the times of Bernie Madoff, and that took years and years to uncover. How did this all start crumbling very quickly?
Interestingly, it was because of the sort of crypto winter that had been going on for at least several months or so prior to the discovery that FTX was basically cooking its books. If you hadn't had this really precipitous decline in cryptocurrency, which at the time was going on again for months and months, people kind of wanted their money. There was a lot of nervousness in the market. There was a lot of shaking out. The FTX implosion really kind of poured gasoline on this entire thing that was unfolding in crypto. People didn't want to be there, and they were trying to get out. Everyone was trying to liquidate. You have this extended at least 2 or 3 years now that a lot of the players have been sued, and there are a lot of countersuits. If it hadn't been for this steep drop in Bitcoin, we probably wouldn't be any of the wiser.
I mean, look at that. Yeah, if you look at when we look at Bitcoin right now, and it's just hovering over 70,000. I mean, if it stayed at that levels, I mean, we might have never have heard about this yet.
Yeah, it absolutely would have been a different story. It's almost fitting that Bitcoin is rallying now because it kind of does signify the phoenix kind of rising from the ashes. You've had this really turbulent period where the biggest name in crypto basically imploded, self-imploded. Is now just, yet another crook. You have another sort of bull-faced name in the sector, which is CZ. He's the head of Binance. He's also facing sort of a reckoning within the next month or so. Who knows how that will turn out. But a lot of the bad actors in crypto are now sort of being I think it was Warren Buffett who has that great quote about when the tide goes out, you see who's been swimming without trunks. And so these guys were the ones that got caught naked. And a lot of these other players in the sector have either been disgraced or they've been humbled. But, the FTX saga poured gasoline on all of this, and now the shakeout's complete. Bitcoin's hot again. Bitcoin ETFs are this massive success, and the sector's in recovery.